Let's bring in Governor Ron DeSantis, who can almost see Venezuela from his doorstep. Governor, how's the operation going down in sunny South Florida?
Well, I can certainly see the cheering of people in Doral and Miami. This has been a long time coming. Both Hugo Chavez and Maduro, they tank the country of Venezuela, massive oil reserves, gold reserves, affluent country, and basically the Marxist takeover destroyed it and destroyed their society so that people were left to eat trash. Millions and millions of people fled out of Venezuela. So this is being greeted very positively. I'd also say that I know they indicted him in the Southern District of New York. We also have the right as a state to bring pertinent charges in state court, and we're working on that. Our Attorney General is leading that effort, and you may see charges filed in a place like Miami or Doral, which we're entitled to do.
Good, soak 'em. Do you think the Democrats are right when they're saying we're mean and greedy for taking oil?
No, if you think about under Joe Biden, he kind of had an anti-Monroe doctrine.
Yeah.
You had left-wing governments storm into power in Colombia, obviously Brazil, Mexico, Bolivia, Cuba, which has been there, Venezuela, of course. And they invited China in. They invited Russia in, things that are contrary to our interests. Now you've seen Argentina flip with Milei. You have a new president coming into Chile. You now have Maduro removed. And so I think what President Trump's operation did was show that the U.S. is committed to reinvigorating the Monroe Doctrine. This is our backyard. We don't want China and Russia being invited in by Marxist governments. Heck, when Biden was president, I counted the Trudeau government of Canada as a Marxist government. So now things are doing much better in this hemisphere, and that's just a fact. And at the end of the day, that is positive for U.S. interests.
So why should the regular guys that, go in, punch a clock, live a nice middle-class life, why should they care about what's going on in Venezuela?
Well, look, I mean, at the end of the day, some people have very proximate interests because they come from there in Florida. So we see that, and I see that very clearly. But obviously other people that may not have as much of an interest. Look, do you want a country, a Marxist country, bringing in China, bringing in Russia in our backyard? Is that good for your security? It's not good. And under Biden, had that administration continued, I think it would have gotten a lot worse. So President Trump's exercising leadership. Understand, with both the Iran operation and the Maduro operation, people in Beijing are noticing the strength. People in Tehran are noticing the strength. Russia's noticing the strength. And not only the ability of the president to make strong decisions and forceful decisions, but the ability of our military to pull off very successful operations. And so I think American power, if you compare where we were under Biden a few years ago to now under President Trump, this is a night and day difference. And Americans are more secure when America's strong.
And you're cleaning up some corruption down in Florida. Tell us about that.
Well, I'm a big supporter of what they're trying to do in Congress to stop the insider trading of stocks by members of Congress. These people will go into like Nancy Pelosi. They go in with no investment acumen until they get elected to Congress. Right. Then all of a sudden, it's like Warren Buffett on steroids. They're putting the best hedge funds in the world to shame. So I'm supportive of that. They're doing that. Hopefully they'll get it done. But in Florida, we're going to require disclosure. When you file for federal office in Florida, you're going to have to check a box. Are you going to trade individual stocks? Yes or no? And that's going to ferret out, I think, a lot of folks that voters are going to want to see.
All right, good. Ferret it out. Everybody's behind it. Republicans, Democrats, Independents. It's a slam dunk. All right, Governor, good to see you. Thank you. Click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You won't get it anywhere else.